YouTuber. I'm also a college dropout. One of my favorite things to do is drive cars, have fun, make videos about them, and also hoon them. But you'll see a lot of different stuff on this channel. I might do a car review every now and then if I get the opportunity. I might just do a driving vlog like this. I might do a day in the life vlog. And I'm always working on new, bigger video projects. That's the thing I really like to do. Like, that's my grind. Doing that video with Jeffrey was probably my favorite project I've ever done. I've done a lot of different video projects, but in terms of the way it turned out and all the work that went behind it, I'm really glad it came out the way it did. But I already got you to click on the video, and it has something to do with me getting a ticket, as you'd probably imagine. It ain't clickbait, motherfucker, I actually got a ticket. And I'll tell you what, I could not have gotten any luckier. Here's why. You know what? We're gonna take a drive all the way to Norbeck. Why the hell not? Okay, so let's cast our minds back to a couple weeks ago. I went to Katie's Cars and Coffee with Jeffrey, my friend Jordan, and a couple other like subscribers of Jeffrey, subscribers of me. We all went to the DC Exotic show right after Katie's. Jeffrey and I went to this Katie's Cars and Coffee because I wanted to film a couple clips of Jeffrey interacting with fans and whatnot at Katie's, and we were thinking, oh, well, we don't know how many people are gonna show up. People showed up. We originally weren't gonna go because it was really, really cold in the morning, and you know, it's a bit of a drive, and yada, 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 excuses. But we went, and that's the important thing. We did go, and I'm glad we did, because out of every single week, God knows, out of every single week I could have possibly decided to go to Katie's, because it's not like I go every week. The one and only Rob Ferretti's there. Like, I mean, literally, what are the chances of this? He was catching a plane out of Dulles, and he just stopped there to see the nice cars, and of course, what do? You know, Jeffrey talks to him, I talk to him, we all talk together, and if you watch that documentary, which I'm sure many of you did, you'd be able to spot a wild Rob Ferretti and a wild Elizabeth White. Elizabeth White is the owner of that Porsche 918, the It's White Noise, you know. But that was the reason we went. We went to go film, and it turned out great. So after that, we were like, hey, let's continue the greatness. Let's go to DC Exotics. But we decided, all of the people we were with, let's convoy to DC Exotics, right? Because like, that's the cool thing to do, the thing you always want to do when you were in high school, like, you know, squat up, roll to wherever the hell you're going in nice cars. But we were actually in nice cars, that's the thing. Jeffrey was in the Viper. I think his brother was driving the M3, if I'm not mistaken. I was driving my Vet. A friend of mine was driving a fucking Hyundai Elantra. I don't know if you'd qualify that as nice, but it was clean. And I think we had a couple other people following us. Unfortunately, I don't remember the names. But either way, we were all rolling. Now, leaving Katie's Cars and Coffee, you know, people don't typically do anything. Like, people hard accelerate out of it, but people don't typically do burnouts or anything like that. I've kind of broken that rule a couple times in the past, and I'm never gonna do it again. You know, some subscribers of mine that see me there, they egg me on, and you know, I don't feel right not doing something. I wanna, you know, show them off, you know, why not? I ain't gonna hurt anybody. I'm not gonna be the next Mustang meme, baby. So when we were leaving to come out, we were actually leaving the way that we came in. So instead of leaving like out the back way, like by some other shopping centers, we left going the same way that we came in, just the opposite direction. And it was absolutely hilarious because there were a whole bunch of kids that realized that we were all leaving at the same time in loud cars. And I heard them out my window because I have my windows open. And they say, quick, run over there, they're gonna do burnouts. And I was sitting there, man, I'm like, I ain't doing no damn burnout, like, sorry. So we all pulled up to the main road where we had come in, and we were making a left turn. Okay, we'd take that road down and then get on like the main highway and then go to this like little Ferrari of Washington where it was being held. And then we, you know, we go to the show. And Jeffrey was in front of me in his loud ass Viper. And you know, all these kids are sitting here waiting, they're like waiting for someone to do something. They got their cameras out and everything. And Jeffrey just pulls away, you know, no problem, whatever. I pull away too, I didn't do anything stupid. But you know, I thought, you know what, I gotta give him something, right? Just something. So once we were both driving straight, I pulled back a little bit, I hit on the brakes, and then I revved the car up to about 5,000 RPM and I dumped the clutch. It was a nice burnout, baby. Like, it looked good. Like, end of story, it looked good. The people behind me were like, hey, get it, man. The only problem with all this was the Fairfax, Virginia County Police. They weren't a big fan of that. For all my DMV watchers right now, all of you guys know that Virginia police are horrible. They do not give a damn. They will ticket anybody for anything. If they can get you for not using your damn turn signal, you better believe they will. They are ruthless, and I've seen it in action. Like, poor fucks, you know, they rev their engine too loud. That's a disturbance in Virginia now. You can get a ticket for revving your engine too loud. I'm so done. Now, I'm gonna preface this, okay? I did not see this cop. Okay, it's not like this cop was in plain sight. It's not like I thought I could get away with it or anything like that. I wasn't being an idiot. And granted, there was no one else really around me when I did this. You know, it wasn't like, you know, I'm doing this around a whole bunch of people. This was on a road that there was nobody on the oncoming drive, and the only person I could hurt was myself. This cop was sitting behind the woods. Like there was a little service road that went into like a school or something, and the cop was sitting on this road. You couldn't see the cop. Apparently Jeffrey saw the cop, and it was so funny because what happened was as soon as I did the little peel out, Jeffrey looked behind me and he gave me the complete look of, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because the literal minute he gave me this look, the cop pulls out and I'm like, oh, please go. No, 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 no. Lights. The lights come on. I didn't even flinch. I pulled my ass over into like some little like parking lot area. Guys, I'm not a rebel when it comes to cops. Like, I know this is a cop magnet. A red Corvette. I mean, it's bad. So now I'm pulled over, I'm stopped. And you know, I've been pulled over before now. Like the first time I ever got pulled over was on the highway. I was driving my Altima. It was funny. All the times I've been pulled over, except for the most recent, which was me in this car, was always in my daily driver. I never understood that. But I'm sitting pulled over and I pull my shit out, you know, like, all right, probably I'm gonna get a ticket now. Insurance is gonna be hell. And there's definitely no chance of me getting a bike now. God, no. And keep in mind, I get a lot of discounts for insurance on this car because, you know, I think insurance still thinks I'm a student, which I'm not. G-Body over there, that's a nice G-Body. And State Farm insures us for every other thing, like our life insurance, everything. So combined with all that and all the years of loyalty and yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. I said in a previous video, I only pay $70 a month for that. But I knew all that was about to change. Here's the thing though, it didn't. You see guys, here's the thing. I got a ticket. Like, it's not like I got another warning or anything and I was clickbaiting. I did get a ticket, but it wasn't for reckless. So I'm sitting at the car and the lady comes up to my window and she was so ready to give me a ticket. I knew damn well she was ready to give me a ticket. She came up to my window and I'm not even joking. This is what she did. She went under my window and went like this, hello, hello sir, how you doing? I'm with the Fairfax County Police Department. How you doing today? And like I said, guys, I don't give cops attitude. Like I've been cut so many breaks with cops, I just don't. I said, hey, how you doing? And as soon as I told her how I was doing, I immediately said, officer, and I tell you, this is exactly what I said. I know the typical thing for a kid in my position right now to say would be, the clutch slipped. And then I said to her, and I'm gonna be 100% honest, you and I both know that is not the case. She's like, yeah, and it didn't slip. And she proceeded to telling me a couple of things like, there's a lot of people around that could be kind of dangerous. And I said the same thing everyone else said, like, yeah, I understand, it was just a poor judgment on my part. And guys, this goes back to me talking about being honest. I even told the lady, I said, ma'am, like I had like a couple of fans, like subscribers, I run a YouTube channel and they were just expecting me to do something because I do that kind of stuff on my channel, and they just wanted to see something. She's like, no, I understand. She was very nice. And at the same time, I know that there are cops that don't care. They just don't. They do not care, and they are looking to write tickets. This lady, thankfully, was not the case. I should have gave her my business card. Now, that would have been funny. And before you guys tell me it's fake or something like that, unfortunately, I just didn't have my GoPro with me at that time, so I didn't have it to record, so sorry. I do have the ticket, though, I promise you. So she looks at me and she says, so have you ever received a citation before? And I said, no, ma'am, I have not. I guess this is gonna be the first one. She said, okay, well, let me see, your license and insurance, and we'll try and get you out of here. And I said, okay. So I gave it to her, and she goes back in her patrol car. But all car guys, when they get pulled over, like, they have, like, a gauge of time, like, of when you think you're just going to get a warning or you're going to get a ticket. It passed the warning phase by far. So I'm sitting here like, all right, I'm going to get reckless on my license, and I'm going to get points on my license. Please be gone somewhere else. Why are you putting your lights on? Okay. I don't know if you guys could see that, but the cop wasn't going anywhere. She just decided I need to run the red light. So she turned on her lights, made everyone stop, and just kept going. That's the reason that cops piss me off to no end, though. Like, I love them, but they piss me off. I did a burnout. Like, end of story. Like, that's what I did. Doesn't matter how you swing it. I did a burnout. And guys, keep in mind, my friends are still on the way to DC Exotics. They didn't pull over with me. God, no. So finally she comes back and she says to me, listen, I cut you a huge break. And then I say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I knew it was still a ticket, but thank you so much. She said, I only wrote you for failure to maintain proper control of the vehicle, which is the closest thing, if I'm not mistaken, like the closest thing she can give to me that didn't give me points on my license. That wasn't, like, it wasn't reckless, and that's all that matters. She said it was just a $100 fee. You pay by phone or you send it in, no problem. But you can't pay online, though. Why can't you pay online? Everything's online now, and now tickets aren't? Like, why are you making this so inconvenient? Here, let me show you the ticket. Virginia Uniform Summons, blah, 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 blah. Okay, which one has the actual ticket on it? Is it this one? fail to maintain proper control of the vehicle. This is a $30 fine, and the first, like the processing fee is the first charge, $67. So this was a $97 ticket for doing a burnout in front of a cop. That never happens. No joke, it's right there. Can't believe it. You know, the cop even asked me because she assumed it wasn't mine. She said, whose car is this? And it makes sense to ask that because, you know, when you see a young kid in a nice car, like I know some people think this is a piece of shit, but, you know, like a Corvette, the typical assumption is this is daddy's car that you got to take out that he didn't know about. But I just told her, I said, believe it or not, it's actually mine. She's like, oh, you know, no problem, don't worry, sorry. But the real kicker about all of this, guys, is the fact that when I got to DC Exotics, everyone was waiting for me. I pull in and I get swarmed around my car by a whole bunch of people, like the people I drove there with, and then some of the other people that knew Jeffrey that knew me. I look at Jeffrey and I say to him, $100 fine. And he says to me, no way did you get away with that. I can't believe it. And I asked him, I said, did you see the cop? Because I didn't see the cop. And he's like, yeah, I saw the cop. You couldn't see him from where you were. But this is my third shot over the bow, so to speak, when it comes to, like, you know, getting in trouble for doing stupid shit in cars. But yeah, guys, that's the first time I've gotten a ticket, like an actual ticket, you know, not just a warning or anything like that, like a genuine ticket. And it's the lightest ticket I possibly could have gotten for what I did. Like, God knows that if it were any other cop, I would have points on my license right now. And more than likely, I wouldn't be living in the same house that I am right now because my parents would be so damn pissed at me. Let me know in the comments your first experience getting a ticket, like an actual ticket, not just a warning. I think your first ticket is always something people remember just because it's, you know, to be honest, it's scary. Not everybody gets like 2 warnings before their first ticket. Anyway, guys, that's all I got to say on this deal. So now we're gonna move to the second part of the video. So in terms of the rest of the video, basically, I'm gonna try and start a daily vlog. And granted, that's not an easy thing to do. Uploading daily is very, very difficult. But I think I needed to do it for myself.